Sabadi, welcome to the Lao National Television Special English Bulletin covering the 11th Congress of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party take place in Vientiane Capital from January 13th to 15th. The Lao People's Revolutionary Party convenes its Congress on Wednesday the 13th of January in Vientiane Capital. This grand party meeting, which takes place every 5 years, is one of the most important political events in Laos as it shapes the nation's future development for the next 5 years. The 11th Party Congress, being held in Vientiane from January 13 to 15, gathered representatives of the party from across the nation to reaffirm Laos' political commitment to socialism. In addition, the three-day Congress is expected to update the party constitution, adopt new political decisions, and elect a new party leadership body which will carry out the 11th Party resolution during 2021 to 2025. These changes are essential to the Lao political life and to ensure maintenance of political stability, national protection, and implementation of the opening up policy in a manner that is more compatible with the changing local and international environment. The Party Congress will discuss based on traditions. Delegates at the Party Congress will endorse the latest versions of the party statutes, when will be used as a reference to run the meeting and govern the operations of the party and political development in Laos during 2021 to 25. Delegates will also discuss a political report that identifies the strengths and weaknesses of the party leadership, as well as plans to address shortcomings. They will review and evaluate political interventions from 2015 to 2021 and use them as reference in adopting a new party resolutions, which will be followed over the next 5 years. Over the past 5 years, under the party's leadership, Laos has achieved remarkable success in running the country, despite facing a number of challenges associated with natural disasters, complex global changes, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite these difficulties, Laos has maintained political stability and social order, and importantly, national sovereignty has been sustained despite a number of international threats and challenges. With the implementation of the party's policy to promote private investment, the first expressway was been built and opened, and the under-construction Lao-China Railway is on track to become operational at the end of the year. Apart from that, foreign companies have begun to relocate to Laos thanks to the improved business climate as a means to avoid rising labor costs in developed and developing countries. These companies also want to take advantages of Laos' close proximity to emerging economies and benefit from their expanding markets and need for a wide range of goods. To ensure the effective implementation of public policies, the party and government have strengthened governance system, holding public officials accountable and requiring their actions to be transparent. Some officials who have been found to be corrupt have been punished. The Party Congress is expected to endorse new political decisions which are built on the past political ideology and success and increase efforts to address shortcomings and keep the country on track to socialism. The Congress will endorse new political decisions to address challenges and seize new opportunities which are associated with the changing local and international contexts. Although Laos has had remarkable success in national development, the country is facing a number of challenges, including growing public debts and fragile economic growth. Furthermore, development gaps between rural and urban areas in Laos remain unresolved, while income gaps between the rich and the poor are still growing, posing a challenge to the maintenance of social order. Addressing these national problems requires not only the state intervention, but also active participation and support from private sector, social enterprises, international development partners, and Lao people from all walks of life. Laos has a lot of development opportunities, thanks to its location in the center of the Mekong region and middle of emerging economies. The transformation of Laos from a landlocked country into a land bridge will also create investment opportunities. At present, international firms are looking for opportunities to relocate their production after finding that business operations costs are rising elsewhere. The trade war will also speed up the relocation of international firms. After debating the political report, the Congress will elect a new party central committee, Politburo members, and a party secretary general who will oversee the implementation of the party's resolution over the next 5 years. The party's central committee, which serves as the central political decision-making body, is likely to welcome political cadres from the younger age group with high level of education and from various ethnic groups. By accepting new blood into local and central policy-making bodies, with some new members having been born after the resolution party political system is expected to be re-energized. The party leadership is likely to be empowered so that the party can effectively and efficiently implement the opening up policy. The Lao People's Revolutionary Party initiated the opening up policy in 1986, allowing the private sector and people from all walks of life to participate in the country's economic development. However, the implementation of this policy was not strong enough to meet the requirements of the new era of development. Despite the increasing number of young and new faces among party central committee members, it is likely that the composition of the central leadership body will remain very firmly balanced through a combination of senior party members, experienced policymakers, and young and strong political cadres. It is the nature of the party to impose incremental and gradual changes in the makeup of its leadership. This ensures stable political leadership succession. The party is also aware of the need that changes in the leadership body must be made in a safe and secure environment, while still remaining relevant to the current and future development context. The well-balanced composition of the party central committee is meant to be strengthened and ensure the maintenance of sound political stability and effective implementation of the party's opening up policy in the digital era, which is full of challenges and opportunities. Future state administrations. The completion of the party congress this week will pave the way for the election of National Assembly members and Provincial People's Council members, which is scheduled to take place on February 21st. The National Assembly will convene its first session, which will elect the President of Laos, the Prime Minister, cabinet members, and heads of legislative and judiciary bodies. The Assembly will also endorse the 5-year National Socio-Economic Development Plan, which will lead the country's plan to progress during 2021 to 2025. Like previous party congresses, the 11th Party Congress is a significant political event which will review the party's leadership over the past 5 years and set political guidelines for the state and government in running the country in the coming years. The party will also elect new leadership, which is expected to include new political blood to reinforce the opening up policy, tackle a number of challenges, and seize opportunities in the years to come. The completion of the Congress will pave the way for the election of National Assembly members, who will elect a new state administration body and the future development of Laos from 2021 to 2025. Supakson Silapit and the Lao National Television English News Team reports from the National Convention Center in Vientiane Capital.